Hey y'all, I'm growing with Ty. Today we have Alyssa with us, and we just gonna be pouring our heart out to y'all and allowing God to speak through us. And we just hope and pray that you all just receive the message, and maybe you can relate, or maybe you won't relate, but you get it.
And y'all gonna be seeing me a lot.
I can't believe we doing this, y'all. Like,
I
if y'all know where we came from, like what we used to do, how we used to be, y'all. If y'all seen my channel before, I just rebranded. Like I recently just rebranded. Like, if y'all seen, go back and look at my channel. Y'all can kind of get a good gist of it, but I don't know. So,
hold on 1 second. This lady texted me about dropping her wig off right now. I'm sorry.
So y'all, I don't even know. Like, let me tell y'all about today. Like, let me tell y'all what happened recently, y'all. So, this might be a little TMI, but I'm talking to my ladies right now. So like when my cycle is on, y'all, I just be having I just prepare for a bad week, or prepare for like the most horrible day on the first day, and like I just be like expecting the worst out of the worst, and I let it dictate my whole day. Like I just have an attitude, or just like don't want to be bothered, be lazy, just use it as an excuse. But y'all know how it be on your cycle though. It's really hard to get up. So y'all girls that go to the gym on y'all cycle, I'm gonna give y'all claps, because this right there, I don't know how y'all do it. But let me tell y'all, gotta be by the grace of God. But I was just preparing for a bad week, and that morning I got up, and y'all, recently I just like start opening up to God more and more and more, because I realized that I wasn't I'm a person that don't like to be comforted. So like I was just opening up to God about it, and just like that, like I was like this person that don't care if like about crying in front of people, or just being comforted and stuff like that. This is just now happening now. I still struggle with it a little bit, but I'm more open to it now than I used to be. And so once I did that, I was just talking to God about my cycle, and I'm just like I just pray for your comfort during this time, because I just be expecting such a bad week, and I don't want to do that, because then I'm gonna be reacting this way when I haven't even started cramping yet.
You kind of like playing a bad season. You like expecting the worst to happen.
Yes, before it even happened. Like I was not even cramping yet, y'all. There was nothing yet until I started like thinking about it, and this when it started happening. But then when I was talking to God, y'all, it didn't just completely go away, but the pain was bearable, which I deserve, because I was seeing I did all the stuff I did, which is what I was telling God, and I was just like, I'm not gonna be mad if I get cramps, or if I don't, I'm not gonna expect nothing out of it, but I'ma just, I'ma just be all right. I'ma be okay, and I'ma get through this day. And then y'all know what happened at church the next morning. Now I was tired though, because I had went to bed late. Me and Alyssa, we was praise dancing, y'all. We was worshiping, reading, all in one with me, her, and my sister and stuff. So yeah. And so I went to church, and I was so sleepy, but I still heard the message, and it was just like, count your blessings rather than your curses. And I'm like,
you mean count?
Count your blessings
and reject the curse.
Yeah, I said rather than counting your. It's the same thing.
I know, but I thought you was trying to say what Pastor had said.
Yeah, it's still the same thing.
I know, but I'm saying.
Oh, you thought I was trying to recite it? Yeah. But yeah, I feel like when you put it that way, it do make more sense, because you don't want to dwell on what's bad. You want to dwell on what's good. And sometimes we tend to look at everything bad rather than looking at it as a blessing, because you never know why you're not getting this or why you're not getting it, because God could be protecting you from something. You might not just be ready. Our thoughts are not God's thoughts. Our ways are not God's ways. And our timing most definitely ain't God's timing. Because, baby, we can think this is for us. Just because God maybe did tell us it was for us, that don't mean He wants us to have it right then and there. So,
And then just being thankful for the fact that it's people out here who don't get periods and can't bear children.
That's what made
And
it
it's
clear.
still a blessing to just be able to sit up here and go
Suffer
through
for
this.
the good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what I was thinking about because I was like, okay, it be people that don't have periods and can't have kids, and we read something that like if you suffer for the good, you're blessed and stuff like that. So I'm just looking at it from all aspects, you know. For one, I do deserve this pain for all the bad stuff I did. Number two, it ain't just suffering for the bad, it's suffering for the good too because I am able to have kids because I have a period. And it's just like you gotta look at stuff from all aspects. And it's what I was just doing something again. And then like I feel like my weeks have been better because I've been more so looking at the blessings rather than everything that's going wrong in my life. Whether if it's something small or something big, it really matters. Because something small can amount to something big if you dwell on it all day. So I just was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good. My life, y'all, what I had done was I had okay. Well, it starts back further because it started out as something little, and
Is you finna talk about
mhm, mhm. It started out as something little, guys, but it birthed into something really big. And basically, I really don't. But this is what recently happened. I mean,
yeah.
so I was in this relationship before that was like 4 5 year relationship, but God had delivered me from it. Only God now. And so me and Ty had went to this prom lineup, which I wasn't ready to go to. She wasn't either. We both talked about. That's why
let me tell y'all.
We knew we wasn't ready because we
just felt like, okay, this is how on my side, like this is how I knew that I struggle with comfort because that whole day I was uncomfortable, y'all. But I forced myself to be there because I was like, okay, I could still go to this prom lineup and see everybody at prom and be okay and be around people that I don't hang with or talk to no more. Like not the bad shit on them, like we just grew apart and we not on the same page no more. So I'm thinking I could be cool and cordial and everything gonna be peaches and cream. I like on my way there, y'all. God was trying to tell me not to go because so much stuff was going wrong back to back to back to back to back. I kid
And
you
then,
not.
y'all, the crazy thing about it is I wasn't even going to go. I had it in my mind made up, but then I was asking time, like, you going? She like, yeah.
And this girl is the type of person going too. And you, every time somebody else do something, you be like, okay, I'm gonna do it too.
Oh yeah, like I'ma just go on with the flow. Shoot, Ty go and be protected. We choosing the God, man.
I feel like I do the same way sometimes because there was me the second time. Mm-hmm. You know, when we went the second time, you want to go and be like, I'm just gonna go because I wasn't gonna go at first.
Right. And so it's
like we be flipping.
Yeah. And so like when we went, me and Ty had prayed before we got out because that's how we knew like we shouldn't have been there. And I wasn't just ready. And I wasn't ready to like be around people. Like I was not ready to be around the world again. And that's I don't know, but anyways, it started as a little thought of me seeing my ex, and it just kept like the enemy just started putting thoughts in my head after that, like basically to the point where he was all I was thinking about, and it started getting to the point where I was letting it because for one I had this I don't know like everything thought I revolved around was him. It was just like. Why is the enemy? He was just creating thoughts too, y'all. Then I'm finding out stuff, and the enemy he was just using those thoughts and trying to make me feel like a horrible person. And I found myself back in depression after God had already delivered me from this thing. So I went I got in like a wave of depression. I know I get depressed when my room gets junky because I don't let my room get junky no more. So that's how I knew I was like, man, I was getting attacked left and right. When I tell you Satan was attacking me, Satan was attacking me. And so as it kept growing, one day me and Ty did something foolish. at her house because I had found out some more stuff, which I didn't want to find out, but we were just kind of like being foolish and dumb and going back to our ignorant ways. And we tried to ride and just
like we was riding around trying to see something.
Looking for bad, and then we bought these glasses and cups to take our anger out on, which I just don't know why, but we was just like in the moment.
No, it was like, you know how like you just want some relief, so we had to let some of the pressure out in the right way, which I don't feel like it was wrong, but yeah.
And
it's just how we gonna try to make that relieve the pressure, then go right back to
because I felt like
what we did.
Yeah, and I felt like it really
didn't
relieve no
it
pressure.
Did, though.
It did. So I feel like we still kind of reverted to the wrong thing because we probably should have reverted to the Bible, to His Word.
Yeah, we was supposed to.
But we didn't do no harm or nothing so it wasn't a.
It just wasn't a help either.
It just didn't do nothing.
It wasn't like the first time we
broke
the plate.
But that first
because
time,
when I did this time, the second time, it was just like I was just doing it to do it.
Right.
But the first time,
it's like you been
we really was letting everything out. Like we wrote everything down.
Yeah, everything that hurt me.
From freaking birth to now.
Now, like childhood trauma. Like
literally.
So, yeah, I had let myself get swallowed back up in that depression. And then, he had, I don't really care though. He texted me that my sister had some chair covers, that she loved. And I'm like, this my chance. This my chance. I looked at that. It's like that. It's my chance fitting my flesh so bad. And I wanted to run into him so bad to show him like, I'm good without you. I don't need you. Like, why you gotta show him that then? But, took that chance, man. And then I'm in the bed sleep because he didn't bring him, and he was like, he just gonna give him to my cousin because he was up there. And I said, I'm in Christmas Springs. I'm gonna come meet you. Jumped up out my bed. You know how you jump up out the bed too fast, and like I was that type of. I was that type of like ready, and I put on my clothes, and I'm going out there, driving out there, knowing I was not in Christmas Springs, so I'm being a liar at the same time. And so I go to pick up the chair covers, and I meet him or whatever, and he throw the chair covers in the back of my car, and say, see you later, and close the door. God said, did you get what you was looking for? I was baffled, okay? I was like, wow, I didn't even look at him. I don't know, but I know I didn't look, but I was like, wow. Like, wow, guys, this real, right? So, got in my car and then got driving down the road, and I'm like one of them broken cries I was doing when I was leaving the relationship type of cry, like I was broken all over again in that same spot, like I had just circled back and put myself back at a setback, and I'm just in the car, you know, one of them cries, scream type of cry, like I was hurt. And I go to this spot and I call Kiara, that's my sister in Christ, our sister in Christ, and I'm just like, she said, it was stupid. It was stupid. What did you expect? I'm on the phone with her. She just telling me everything. Cause
one thing about Kenyatta, no, hold on. First of all, Kenyatta ain't nothing compared to Pressing. Kenyatta more so like, you're
Pressing. I didn't call
like, she gonna be like, you know you wrong, you know, but you know, you still learning. But Pressing gonna be like, you stupid. Why would you do that? She like, she said, you lied to yourself. You're lying.
Here go Pressing. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. If you don't listen to what I say, I don't want to talk about it because you're not listening, apparently. But Kiana was getting real, like,
she was getting
mad too.
She was like, listen, now we not going back to these. You were just doing this, and now you're doing it again.
Yes. And she said, I don't know what else to do. I don't know. It's like everything I'm telling you going in one ear coming out the other way. I don't know nothing to do but to pray for you. And I'm just like, I need to pray for myself. So I get out the car and I go to this tree and I get my word. And she told me to read First Peter, and I'm reading. Before I start reading, I started crying, man. I'm talking to God, and I'm like, why did I do this, God? I'm so stupid. You gonna show me every time that people will let me down, God. Why do I do this? I'm sorry for being rebellious. I'm sorry for idolizing. I'm sorry for all this. And I'm telling him and all this. And I'm like, the very thing I gave you, I snatched back out of your hand. And now I'm dealing with this all over again because I have been praying to God like, oh, God, let your will be done. But make us, like, it was like I really didn't want his will to be done. Even in the car on the way there, I'm like, God, I know there's some hope.
Like,
I know
maybe,
trying to maybe he could turn
maybe.
Maybe.
Y'all, that maybe, the stuck in the maybe is what gets me for real.
Maybe.
Like, you get one little glimpse of something, and now you have this little glimpse of hope that really had me for real.
Yep, and after that, man, I gave it back to God, and I started reading my word. And when I tell you,
at the tree.
Right, I left it at the tree. God literally took it right back off
Go
of
to her TikTok, y'all. Y'all gonna see it.
God took, and even in the video, you can notice where I started getting, like, I was crying at first and breaking down to God, but then it's just like after I started reading that word,
you got it.
Oh, Holy Spirit, I'm so proud, y'all. Like, God literally, all it took was for me to give it right back.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go through all this brokenness and having to heal all over again. And all I had to do was give this thing back.
You know what? God already said we healed.
Right.
Jesus, baby.
Right. Why couldn't? And then like,
all we gotta do is believe.
Yeah.
But y'all, in the when we be so in our flesh and our feelings, which our flesh is our feelings, the same thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like when we in our flesh, like we can't really see what God trying to get us to see, because we letting our emotions block, dictate our actions, and like cloud our judgment for real, because God trying to tell us to do this, but we doing this because of our feelings. And
y'all, crazy thing is, the whole time it's happening, my flesh and spirit is at battle because I knew what was right to do, but my flesh was overtaking it because I was not feeding my spirit. So therefore, my flesh is consuming what I know right to do, and it still was at battle. It felt like they was going heads up, getting around because, like, you know, you gonna do this. I said, don't go there. What you trying to do it for? What you trying to do this for? And it just felt like it was at a war, and I just felt so like, why would I do this to my God? Why can't God be enough for me? And I was just crying at him like, God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And he took it right back off of me, because the only way that I was getting over that person or was getting through not talking to him, because y'all know I was a little. And the only way I was getting over this person was through God. Nobody but God. If you know me, you know it wasn't nothing but God that got me over there. And like, cause and then I had kept going back because I wasn't suffering enough. I couldn't have been finished suffering, because if I was finished suffering, I wouldn't have went back. But it got to the point where I was so broken and I was ready to get it off of me. And that's when I knew I suffered enough, and I went to God and he healed me, man. It was that easy, like giving it to him. Like, God, I can't do this by myself, because in our human bodies, we cannot fight demons and principality and demonic forces alone. We need the spirit. It was hard, y'all, but the spirit came in and did its thing, and I'm so thankful that God brought me through that. That was just amazing. But yeah, I'm back. Like,
I was so happy for Alyssa, y'all. I was so happy. Like, when she told me she left the tree, I'm like, and make sure you leave it at the tree every time too. Make sure you leave it at the tree every time.
Because I don't want to go back. Like, there's nothing, and I still pray for him. You know, I pray that he finds God, and I pray.
Because it ain't no bashing none of the people that we used to hang around or be with. None of that, because like, we done been there before.
Yes,
and it's like we show mercy on them, like,
and grace, because God extended to us, and what we extend to people is what God extends to us. So I'm gonna extend more love and pray for them, you know, because people don't be. That's why we gotta see people apart from the spirit. Like, you gotta see people like these people. You don't know what these people battling with, what these people going through. They in the world. So therefore, they
in the world dictate everything they do, just like we would. So it ain't nothing that separate like them from us at that time when we was.
Yeah, but now we're spiritually aware.
So it's like this why it's important that we don't be going back to those people because we in two different
and First Peter tells you do not. I don't have my Bible.
It's like basically the choices you make. My Bible up in there though, but it was saying something about the choices you make, like
don't go back to the
if they ain't giving whether it's a friend, whether it's a guy, whether it's whatever, like how is y'all gonna still be like this and they haven't even gave their life to Christ?
Unequally yoked.
So like what you participate in and what they participate in is two different things. And when y'all come together, y'all don't even have nothing to come no more. So it's like
literally, and somebody gonna be pulling somebody to God, and somebody gonna pull it from God.
It ain't no in between. It ain't no. It's like you really gambling with your life. If you then already gave your life to Christ, you playing. Yeah, you playing with your soul by being with these people that haven't gave their life to Christ. Like, cause you can only a person can only take so much. Like, you know.
And that's not to say that you shouldn't try to save souls.
Yeah.
Or that's like not saying like don't go around these people or nothing, but they're saying if you going around them, make sure you pulling them to Christ and they not pulling you away from Christ.
Right.
This all this.
Just like basically make sure they're not a hindrance to your growth.
Yeah.
Because if it gets to that point, then it's like, what are you doing?
And God has been using me so much lately, and it really
moves your spirit.
It really boosts your faith. Because, like, all these people reaching out to us, both of us, about, like, how did y'all do this? How did y'all start? Where did y'all start? Everybody wants to know, where do we start? This is where...
Wait, let me tell my side of what happened. So, basically, my side of what happened, there was the day that I found out I struggled with comfort. Because, I was uncomfortable that whole time. So many, God was trying to tell me in so many ways not to go. But I was just like, y'all, it was to the point to where I even had got a headache. And I was like, God, I want to go so bad. Like, please don't even be sick. Because my head was starting to hurt and I started to get lightheaded. Like, it was one of those type of sicknesses. And that, like the one where I would just sit at home. But you know what I did? I was like, I'm going to push through this and I'm going to go. But then when it comes to something else, like I don't want to push through it. I want to be lazy. So, but for this, I want the God, please let me go and do it. And here I go. Going down the interstate where I'm going to prom last. All right, get there, right? And it's just like I was just put in so many uncomfortable positions. Like I seen like one of my old friends, and it was just like and we also cousins, and it was just like so awkward because we have never been to the point to where we don't speak to each other, and I just felt really horrible about the whole situation. And then I ended up seeing the guy I used to talk to, and it was just like, y'all, when I seen him, like, I was filled with so much anger. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I could not even look in his face, and it was just because, like, I don't know.
Do you not know what you did?
And I wasn't really dealing with my emotions, so I couldn't handle it, and which is why I shouldn't have went in the first place, because it was like I was put in this position where I can't even function straight, y'all. So I just turned right super quick and left. And then, like, I was still lingering around at the prom lineup, just, like, trying to distract myself and leaving from around people so I could distract myself, and nothing was working. Like, I still felt how I felt. I still was just, and so I ended up going home that night, and I was just crying, talking to God, and I was just like, I'm so sorry. I just told him I'm sorry for everything. Pray for his comfort and all this type of stuff. And then I was just like, I don't want to hold nothing against nobody and all this type of stuff, because it's like when I was in the world, I was doing wrong stuff too. So it wasn't just nothing on him. Like, it was stuff on me too.
Right.
And I just like, I don't know. So it was just like, I just couldn't really be mad for real.
Right. That's how it was for real.
So I was just like, God, why am I so mad? Like, I shouldn't even be mad. And I just gave my feelings and my emotions to him. But I realized I was really just so mad because I really wanted it to work in a way, but it wasn't working. And then so I just had to.
So you really had a problem with God. You know how pastors say, like, when we be
complaining or something like that,
we really be having a problem with God. Right.
Yeah. So I was just like, I gave it to God, and I was just like, I don't even want to let this keep like lingering in my head, because if I keep letting it linger, it's gonna just drive me to insane, literally. So after that, I wasn't even studying it no more, y'all, cause it's like times where like we possibly could be near each other, but I wasn't even thinking about him. Like I wasn't even really caring for real, and I was just like not caring if he seen me or if I seen him. Well, actually, I didn't want to see him. I just didn't care if he seen me. I didn't want to see him because I just knew if I seen him, I would be sent back. So I was just like, nah, I want to see him. And so, like she said, she ended up finding out some stuff, and it dealt with both of the people, y'all. So it was just like being stupid. And she's just like, let's go. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm just like,
and I'm like, what can we
so confirming my decision, like, no, no, no. But then she was just like, come on. And I'm just like, The more she was saying it, I'm just like, he got stuck in my head. And I'm just like, okay, let's go.
Right, and mind y'all,
I'm like, let's get it out the way.
In my head
since the lineup.
So I was ready. I was ready to go. Like, let's go. Let's just go find him and say, why did you do this to me? Why?
So yeah, it was like we was on opposite. So the first time she was so firm in her decision about going, and I was like, come on, we can go. Whatever. So then this time I was so firm in my decision about not just running around and seeing him, because I knew in the back of my head, if I seen this dude, I might possibly miss him. But then when we never even seen him, we never even seen him. We were just looking at it as a mercy.
And then that's why
we was just still like, dang.
Right.
And that's him.
Right, like, dang. You want to go out later tonight? Maybe we
like they still just lingering around.
And then thing about it is, this is why it's important to like watch what you do around people, because we putting ourselves out there as Christians, so we are to lead by example. And we saw people who knew us from knew that we were now on the walk with God. They knew we were Christians, and they saw us out doing this, and they like, I thought y'all gave y'all like the God. I thought y'all doing this. And that's why it's like, man, that we was just not displaying the image that Christ would have wanted us to. We didn't honor God with our decision. And man, we ask for forgiveness for that, man. Right. And we ask that they show grace on us, man.
And then y'all, it's crazy because like we didn't even do nothing too bad, but it's just a simple fact that one little thing of going back to our old ways can reflect back on our old selves, right. And they already had them perceive this as the old us because of that one little thing we did, which was just like lingering around in places we should not have been. And yeah, so that's another thing about how something so small can turn to something so big. And we just trying to convince them like that's not what
really,
no.
Yes, and really I was hurting so bad, and I just wanted some type of comfort because he used to be my comfort. And I was hurting so bad, and I could not find any comfort. And when God is the source of all comfort, and I was not running to God, I was running away from God, which is a big no-no. Don't do it, because you ain't going to find comfort till you go back to him. And he's the one that gave me back some comfort. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Amen. Thank you, God. But yeah.
And then so like, and so this time like it was really about to set me back, y'all, cause like, but the good thing about it, like I was still looking at it as a mercy, because it was just like, I'm glad I didn't see that person, because if I would have seen that person, I would have been missing him way more than I would have at first. Because like I was on the way home, and like me and Alyssa was in two different cars at this point. I'm on the way home, she on her way home.
And guess what we both doing?
We just talking to God about how wrong we were.
Well, literally in the car.
And I'm just telling God, like, why did I do this? I don't know, like. Cause like this person ain't even. I'm telling God, this person ain't even get it like the him.
Why are we?
So it's like I don't know why I even like want this person, and I realized that I really didn't, because that's not the person that I want. I want a husband, a God-fearing husband. So I'm just like talking to God about that, and then I'm just like, it was just simply because I done put myself in that predicament, and then I started to think, okay, maybe it can, or one day, and then I'm just like, girl, why are you saying this? Like, I'm literally having conversation. No, it wasn't even that. It was just that Well, yeah, technically, I
Yeah,
guess it
it
is.
is.
Technically, I guess
Lesson
so.
in your head.
So I'm just telling,
and
well, really, it's kind of more so of idolizing, I guess.
But you want something to take place, so it's kind of like you.
No, I just wanted the idea of us together, so this is not really that. Like, I'm not saying, I'm saying like the idea, like as in marriage wise or something like that. If he was, you're not getting what I'm saying.
That's
But
lust.
never mind. Oh, well, I guess, I don't know, I guess you can say that.
It's just lust in a different form.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's not less than like seeing him and saying, oh, he fine. No,
Yeah.
it's less than on what you want it to be.
Oh, yeah. So then I was just like, okay, that's not even really what I want for real, because he haven't gave his life to Christ. So how could I possibly even want that? Like, I'm just making those stuff in my head and just being like, oh, okay, yeah. But then the other side of me is just like, girl, why is you sitting there lying to yourself? Like, you already know, like, and yeah, it's just like I was just going back and forth. I'm like, okay, but I already know, like, do. And then so like it came just to the conclusion where I was like, okay, God, I don't even know why I'm just still thinking about this no more. I'm gonna just let it go, talk to God, and I just gave it to him because I did not want to keep dwelling on it. And once I did, like, I was just like, oh, yeah.
And a lot of people, oh, I got this wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and a lot of people is asking us, like, how do we, like, a lot of people, yeah, I guess, well, we both get the question of how to start, what to do, how to stay consistent, how to do, what to do. And it's basically like just coming as you are, man. I came to God. He freed me from pornography addiction, lust. Well, I literally kind of struggle with lust still. Like, I see a man and be thinking in my head.
All right. But I be catching myself real quick when I do that, because I be like, girl, why are you even doing this? You don't even know this man.
You know what I used to do? I used to try to imagine they got dookie on themselves, like they dookied on themselves, so I could be like, no, I don't want you. You're not who. But
they don't.
All you gotta do is come as you are, and he gonna set you free from all that other stuff, cause God saved the sinners, and I came as I was, and y'all need to see me as the worst. I'm the worst. Like, I used to be everything you can think of. Manipulator, different demons, different spirits attached to me, man. But he came and he set me free from all that. And I was in a relationship when I came to Christ, but God delivered me from that because it was a hindrance. And I thank God, because only by His Spirit was I able to do it.
Right. And me, like, y'all, y'all, if I would have kept going how I was going, I would have been on the verge of being an alcoholic.
I love me. On my way to straight to hell.
That's what I'm saying.
One way to the hell.
I just,
and it helps with the people we had. Like, I'm so happy we found the church we found, because we not only found the church family, we found mentors, man. We found examples. We found believers. We found like-minded people, which is beautiful to have, man. And this, our friendship, like, we used to be bad together.
Yes, y'all. We used to be,
since youngins, literally in middle school, and just doing skipping together.
All type of stuff, like,
to growing up in high school and then drinking together. We see, I don't know, we used to do a whole bunch of stuff together and look at God, like,
literally, y'all. We really was like worldly people together, very, very worldly, and then we end up being on the same path at the same time. And
one day we called.
Yeah, because like, I don't even remember how we ended up talking. Like,
we
never even used to call each other like that. Like, it just happened so randomly.
I called you, I think.
You might have did, like, y'all, this is how, like, me and Alyssa, we was cool and we was close, but then we kind of grew apart because we just had like a separate main group of friends.
Yeah.
But we was still cool.
Like it was
like everybody was cool. And so then like one day we just ended up calling each other. I think she called me.
I did.
Yeah, and then
and I was going through so much when I called you. I think I was in a real dark place.
And then like I was just talking to Alyssa, and I was just like, man, I want to do right. Like I'm telling you, I was doing so good, y'all. Like it was to the point where like I was literally missing like the old, not the old me, but like the old me when I was on my walk with God. And I tried to be that old me so bad that it wasn't working because I cannot go back to the old. I got to be at the new because I wasn't where I was then, where I am now. So I got to start from scratch. But that don't mean that it's bad. And this time I actually feel like I'm further than I am the first time.
Literally. And the crazy thing is, Satan had me sitting there reminiscing about my old relationship with God so bad that I was running away from God instead of running to God. He had me literally running from God because I was scared for the fact that I had did so much and I was now made aware of who God is. So it was just like I was running from him instead of going to him, and it was just like bad and feeling like I couldn't come to him because I was this horrible person and everything I was doing. But
yeah, like I had got to the point where I was just like, I don't know, like I was feeling so bad and I seen like I was just like, I thought I had to like, I'm gonna be like, this was the type of mindset I had. I'm gonna wait till I can do right, then I'm gonna
get right.
Yeah, and which was really bad because I can't even do it on my own. Literally. And until I realized that was when I was able to actually stop sinning because he gave me the strength. I ain't do it myself. I didn't do it like, and that's the main thing. A lot of people be asking me, how did you do it? I honestly didn't do it. God did it. Literally. But I did have to like eventually start like when choices and options and all this type of stuff was placed in my life. I had to, you know, choose the godly option. What would God want me to do?
Honoring God.
Yeah, honoring his word, honoring God, what God telling me and stuff like that.
And God literally had to break me down. He broke me to the core, because y'all know I was in a relationship for a long time, and it was like I think the second, I don't remember. It was the time I had found out he had cheated on me, and like this was when I was just not where I should have been with Christ, and me and Ty had made some dumb decisions that day.
Oh yeah, y'all. And what's crazy is y'all, this happened all on my birthday. So like I was just so hurt because like so much had happened, and like even the dude that I was talking to, we stopped talking like a little bit before my birthday, and it was just like so much was going on like that I could not literally function. Like I was obviously functioning my day life, but like within myself, I was not okay. I was not fine. I was not happy. I was not none of that type of stuff. And on my birthday, we ended up drinking, y'all. Y'all, we so dumb. We was dumb.
So much liquor.
We bought like $130 worth of liquor.
Big boy liquor. And I know they might be cheap, y'all, but we used to teleport.
Man, y'all, it's my birthday, and I done bought all this freaking liquor.
I'm talking about Patron, Crown Apple, Lanazelle.
And y'all, we was them type of drinkers. We not drinking no pink.
We not drinking no Mad Dog.
Nah, what's that stuff they be liking? The wine.
Teleport.
Yeah, like we got that, but we
didn't even get it.
Oh, you right. We thought we would get something. We can't even go too much into detail, but basically we thought we were like, it was just so crazy, like how all these played out. Like it was just like the devil was playing in our face. We was playing in our own face. They was playing in our face. But really, I'ma just say the devil, because it wasn't even I'm not even blaming nobody personally. It's just the devil just playing in our face.
Like it was like God had broken me down, and then we did something stupid. That's a whole story time video.
Yes, y'all. We gotta do a story time on it.
Yeah.
But basically,
God,
I wasn't even gonna do nothing on my birthday, y'all. And then I ended up doing it. And we was
You
just
just
like
glad to see
that's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all, this did not come easy. This took discipline. This was after the conversation we literally had.
And then y'all, it was like I had he had texted me and told me he wanted to break. Mind you, I felt like I could not live without this man. So I was like, no, why? He just ended up blocking me and stuff, and I'm asking God, I'm like, please reveal to me whatever it is. And so we got drunk and belligerent, and we went out there, and I was like, God revealed it to me. God revealed it to me. All this. God said, no, I did not. You didn't give me a chance to. I did not reveal that to you. And it was just like, man. And he had broke me down to the core where I was just me and him, and he was all I had, man. And I was praying for them, you know. I was praying for people because, you know, you got to see people apart from the spirit, man, and see how the devil uses people and try to get to you. And he uses simple-minded people and all that.
And mind y'all, we was once these people too, so it's like
not. But yeah, the devil was just working, and man, God was working on me during the whole thing because I went to him mad at him like, why would you let this happen to me? You know, some. But the hurt brought me closer to him. And now I just look at myself like, girl, you so stupid and foolish. If you would have stayed there, and then the crazy thing is, one day I had asked God, what is Satan's plan for my life? Because just like God got a plan for our life, Satan got a plan for our life. And he said, for your relationship to be the depth of you. And at this time, I was still talking to this person. But I'm like, why my relationship be the death of me? Well, why? And that same day he came over, and I don't know what happened. I really don't remember what happened. I just remember getting so angry. He had left, and I just raged out, and I was just throwing stuff and screaming, and I felt like I was going to kill myself. Like the enemy was literally placing it in my head, like, you better not hear, like, what are you here for? Nobody care about you and all that. And I just felt like killing myself for real. And I've never been that type of person. And I remember him coming back in the house, I think, and he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I can't take it. I'm gonna kill myself and all that. And I just remember that happening, playing in my head, and me screaming on the floor, and him. He was trying to pray for me and all that, but after that, it was like, okay, God, I see what you was talking about. Hey, I see, and I had to let go because for real, it probably would have been the death of me because this man dictated. I put this man before God. This man was dictating everything I did. Like, I wanted to be around him every time, but now I have the fulfillment of Jesus. And God is my comfort, and God is my everything. So, I need people.
But yeah, I'm so glad I did not stay stagnant where I was because, like, I said, after that conversation me and Alyssa had, that was before we had drank on my birthday, which I had already in my head I was gonna do nothing.
And we said after this we were gonna get right with God for real. You remember that? And God said, "Yep, y'all live for real."
Right. But really, y'all, my plan was I had been like trying to do this, like before my birthday, cause this what me and this was talking about before the new year. Like that was my plan going before the new year and going into the new year. So it's been my plan, but like when after we had that conversation, it was just like stuff got real, and then after I just had a conversation with God, stuff got even more real. Then you know when you pray that prayer, remove these people out of my life. I did that same night, and I was so scared, y'all. And you know what happened?
He did exactly what you asked.
Yeah, and guess who was hurt? Me. And guess who let that hurt dictate their life? Me. So y'all, I'm not telling y'all that this was easy and that it was always I made the right choice. Cause in the beginning I did not. Cause you know what I did, and I'm such like I used to be such a people pleaser. Cause I had made it in my mind that I wasn't gonna do nothing. But I'm just over here like, yeah, I'm gonna just go and do something. You know, it's cool. Cause every time when it's my birthday, it never go like it's for me. It never go as planned. Like the people I want to come, they will come. Or it's always something like this. So I was just made it in my mind I wasn't even gonna do nothing. I was gonna chill at home or chill with my sisters. And you know what I did? I said, you know what? I'm gonna just do something because I was letting that hurt and that pain dictate my life. And so I did some on my birthday. We got drunk, did this make stupid decisions, driving and doing all this dumb junk. Like, y'all, we was being so ignorant. And yeah, I'm just telling y'all this to be like vulnerable and honest, like that. It was not always peaches and cream, y'all. And I had after that though, but I'm glad I did not stay stagnant there. Like, it was a couple more times like I may have fell short, like going to the prom lineup and all those things was telling me not to go, and I did anyway. But then, like, after that, I just started to learn to stop putting myself in predicaments where I could possibly fall short and just listen to when God is talking to me. Because at the same time, I was down myself. Like, every time I knew God was telling me to do something, I would be like, is that me or is it God? Or am I tripping? Or, you know, and in the end of the day, I know it got to be God, because it's like it lined up with his word.
Right, and they're only hardening your heart to God. Like, and then you'll be wondering why you can't hear God, because you rejected him and being rebellious. Like, and it's the only going
hinder you.
Yeah, literally.
And so yeah, I'm just so thankful, y'all, because like I wouldn't have thought I'd be where I am now, and I'm just proud of myself.
Yeah, and me and Ty be just telling each other, like, sometimes we just be like, I be like, Ty, do you ever just like want to cry at the thought of our friendship? Because it's something we pray for. We literally be watching our prayers get answered in our face.
Y'all, I'm not even capping, y'all. Like, I be talking to God, like, and literally, like, for real, like, y'all probably be thinking like it's so hard, but literally all you got to do is just have faith, believe, and just talk to God. Because, like, if you believe he gonna do it, just like Alyssa said, when she just like, all she had to do was give it back to God, and he just took it just like this. She could feel the relief. Everything was just out of her, and she just fed back on her spirit by reading his word, giving him thanks for what he did for her, and all this type of stuff. Like, all it takes is just showing him that you really love him and that you putting in effort to do his will. And he gonna do what's necessary in your life, y'all.
Because he love you too, baby. He love you.
I'm telling y'all, like, all that trauma, all that childhood trauma, all that stuff, I don't even, like, think about it that much no more. Because it's like, I done already gave it to God. I done let go of it. I done told God, like, I don't want to keep letting it dictate what I do to this day. I don't want to keep thinking about this. You know, I give it to you, God, because I know that everything happened for a reason. So if this thing happened, then I must have wasn't going to turn out to be this person I am. If this wasn't going to happen, then I wasn't going to be able to do what I'm doing now. Like, so much more. Like, you got to look at the
bigger picture, because nothing God sends this thing. It ain't gonna break you. It's only gonna make you, and God gonna use it to glorify his name. Man, I done been through this, that, and the third, and this can help somebody. It can save a soul, because what you going through, somebody else is probably gonna be struggling with the same thing, and you made a way out. So then you get to tell them, man, don't do this. I did this when I was in this same path, man. Don't do it. It ain't worth it, you know. And it just help. It's like, if you suffering for a reason, and God just see the good and stuff. Like, God gonna use this to glorify his name. Whatever I'm going through, he gonna use it to glorify his name. And it's just beautiful just to sit and watch your prayers get answered, y'all, and watching people transform just because of you, God. And I mean, y'all, I mean, I don't know what I just said.
I was thinking something and I forgot it, y'all.
Yeah, it is good to watch, y'all.
Yeah, but like, I just, y'all, I literally forgot that fast what I was gonna say. But, what helped me, so, like, y'all, this, reading his word, like, is really, really important. When I started reading the Bible, it helped me understand so much more. And then we read something, I forgot where it said, you'll probably remember, but it was like, if, basically, like, when you tempted, it's always gonna be a way out. So if I literally don't know what happened, but when I am tempted and I don't know the way out, I just pray to God. I'm like, what's my way out? And he gonna reveal it to me. But sometimes I already know the answer, so I just be like, okay, all right, I'm gonna do this, do this, do that, do that, do that. Y'all, that day, I did not ask God what was my way out.
We knew our way out, because it was Bible study.
It was. We had Bible study the same day we chose to go.
And we were supposed to go.
Like, instead of feeding our spirit with the word, we fed our spirit with ignorance. And you know what happened? She read 1 Peter, then she read some of it, and we read 1 Peter together. And then he clocked our teeth.
Like the, what y'all thought?
And y'all like go watch the TikTok because like y'all can see the realization like happening in
the
real
Holy
time.
Spirit.
Yes,
Holy
just
Spirit.
filling this up and just like flowing through our body. Like it was just amazing, y'all.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man.
And yeah, and then we also like yeah, it's just like so much stuff I read like is the more I understand. And then it's like another reason I don't think too much about past stuff because it's like unless I get reminded because I done put myself in back, like I set myself back or something like that. But the reason I don't think too much about it is because it's like I forgot it was something in my head. I don't even remember.
Oh wow. And yeah, it's just beautiful to see her watching God in action. Like if you know, like I've seen Ty when we first came to God versus now, and she just done grew so much. Like, and I just watch it play out in my face, and it's just like God is real.
And y'all, let me tell you, I used to be so anxious when praying like with other people, and now like I don't care. Like. Mm-hmm. Like me and Alyssa used to be together. I used to make her pray all the time. And then like it's like I literally could not get my words.
And like watching her learn most stuff, and now she just knowing, and growing. And it's just like, man, this is just beautiful.
Spirit can't stay on that baby milk.
What Pastor say? That was some real food. But yeah. Everything that happened in our life, when God really was moving and working, and because He placed us in the right church with the right people, and He placed us friendship together for a reason, and we can hold, and we can hold each other accountable, like the friendship.
Yeah, at first we was doing a horrible job, but
at first
because I was like, dang, do I say something? Do I not? Then, because I didn't want to make you feel bad at first.
Right, we cared about each other's feelings. But listen, now, but every time, even then, we could call each other and be like, we knew we should have, like, we got to start doing better. Like, we know we should have been doing stuff.
Right. But I feel like we was still, like, saying stuff to each other, but we got better at it. Like, because we actually sat there and had a conversation. Like, she was like, do we hold each other accountable?
Do we for real?
Do we really? Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I think so, but we can do better, y'all. I was so happy to ask me that because I'm like, oh, yes, we can do better.
And it's just good because if I got to move through your feelings, so that you can get some holy conviction, or the Father can well, and if you, I can hurt your feelings to get you to be convicted. Like when I'm speaking to certain people, and I just see them like, if I see that I'm making them uncomfortable, or all that, or speaking to demons in them, like I can hurt your feelings. It's okay. I can deal with hurting your feelings if it's gonna cause you to bring you closer to the Father. Like I was some certain people I talk to, like. Sometimes these people get uncomfortable and
so
all
you
that.
Want to hold? I don't know. I used to want to hold back because I didn't want to hurt people. But now it's like I know that hurt is gonna be for the good of that.
I don't be holding back, man.
I don't no more. But I feel like I did in the beginning because it was like I wasn't mature enough to know. Like, to tell somebody really right from wrong. I know right from wrong, but I'm saying, like, with some biblical knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell you, I know it ain't right because I know, but I couldn't do, like, no biblical knowledge behind it. So I would really kind of hold back, but still say a little one, too. But now I just feel like I know that it hurt that if I tell you something for the betterment of you and it hurts you, and it's going to be for the betterment of you, then I'm gonna be fine with it because I know that God ain't gonna leave me wrong. So,
you really
and if I'm telling it from the Bible, then
all right, you really don't got a problem with me. You got a problem with God. But like today, like I was speaking life into my cousin and sharing with him the good news. And I got a phone call from this guy and we sat on the phone for almost 2 hours just talking about God and just trying to sway him into building his relationship with God and telling him what God did for me, And it's just so good to be able to be a temple and a vessel and letting the Holy Spirit just speak through you and stuff. It's just beautiful, y'all.
Yes, y'all. Like it really excites us. Like when we like be telling people about stuff, like about God, and
Yes,
just
and
like
I call time,
just talking about God.
and I just call time like, girl, so this happened and
Yeah,
this
it
happened, and
just
I
be
got to
so
tell them.
wonderful. Like
Even doing her, like sharing with people, like the good news, it just be beautiful.
and let me tell you, like we literally like what y'all before like all the stuff that temporary fun like that wasn't nothing compared to now. Like just pure joy and just like because like God is love. So if I wasn't really showing God I love Him, then how could that produce in my life? So now that I am, I can see it producing in all aspects in my life, and just like joy, all aspects of my life, like the fruits of the spirit producing throughout my life, and
Because love is the action word.
and I'm able to show it to others too.
Yeah.
And it's just like so amazing. And I just be thanking God, y'all. Me and Alyssa just sitting in the car. I'm just like, thank God. She like, what?
Yes,
Because she thought like something happened. I'm just like, nah, God just so good. Like I just felt like I had to say it, y'all. Because it just be like,
and then
when I just think about stuff, like God just so good. Like
right, and then being able to extend the same love and grace and mercy and goodness and being a servant to His people, man.
come on now, ain't
That's
nothing
beautiful,
better
man.
than
Just to be able to, I mean, just being able to love someone who might not even love you because God first loved you, even though you did all this to Him. You know, it's just beautiful, man.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap this up because I'm running out of battery. But I hope you guys enjoyed our first podcast and
Peace and blessings to you all. Grace upon you.
grace and mercy. But yeah, like I love y'all and I hope that y'all just like really heard
get
the
sleepy
message.
again, like this thing.
This just you. You just I don't know what to say. But yeah, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.